Here's a look at the most actively traded stocks across all markets today. In the top spot, Tesla, followed by AMD, Ford, Intel, and Apple. I thought I would take a look at AMD and Ford. So first up, AMD, we ended the day at 165.83, down 8%. The day's low, 165.65. The day's high, 183.02. The one-year price target is $200, which represents a 20% return from where we are. This is where we landed. And if we head back up to resistance at 2 standard deviations, that will take us to roughly 168.89. Back at the middle of the trend would take us to roughly 175.23, 181.63, 184.82, and 187.97. I've been tracking this gap to the downside since February 21. On the 21st, it opened up, and we are getting close to closing it out. So we've touched here at 171.97 on our way down, and the RSI is turning up, I think. This is hooking down, but this is turning up. So these two lines will cross, but I think we're already oversold. So people will be buying the dip here at 165, and below that right there at 162.39. So we could get there, and then I will anticipate a bounce off of this line or off of this line. But we need to close this out and be done with it. Get it out of the way. And this gap to the north side opened up on the 2nd, on Tuesday. So this will take us to roughly 182.96. See right here? So I don't know if I would consider this. Yeah, maybe I'll give it to you as a touch point. I'm just going to say this is, oops, I got to turn off the magnet, that we've touched it. But if you don't think so, then if we make our way back up and we close out this gap, this would then wipe this gap out. But that's at 183.04, and this one will take us to 190.53. I am in this trade, and the remaining shares I have, I believe I got it in the mid 80s range somewhere. I'll have to double check. So I don't know. I might ride it out to this level and then get off the gravy train. But obviously, many trades in between to whip us around to get to 200. It's not going to be easy. The next one is Ford. We ended the day at 1321. The range, 1317 on the low side, 1395 on the high side. And we are very close to the one-year price target of 1349, which represents a 2% return from where we are. And the next forecast after that takes us to $21. My chart here just got wonky on me. As you can see, I've lost the 2 standard deviations, so we're very close to that right here. This is 3 and 4 standard deviations, so I'll just give you that. But we're missing a line as you can see right here. Actually, let me see if this will work. Let me go reset this. Command Z if you have. No, that's so bizarre. Yeah, it's just not. Oh, there it is. It's back. So just ignore what I just did there. Now I'm going to flip this back to forward and see if it stays. Yes. So basically I just hit Command Z until it reset my chart. I'll go back and clean that other one up in a moment. All right, 1321. And because we only have a 2% return, according to the analysts, I personally would not trade it. I remember seeing this in the $5 range, and look where we are now. So this is no longer a bargain to me. But compared to where we are headed, yes, there's a lot of skin in the game still. Well, let me just... To the north side, 1328, 1343, 1374, 1404, 1420, and another level of resistance and a potential take profit area, 1434. I do not expect to get to this line on Friday. I don't even know if we'll get to 2 standard deviations on Friday. We could definitely get to this level because we are so far down here, but we are grinding sideways. I use the RSI as support and resistance, and we are in the support zone. So I do anticipate a bounce. We are at support on this line. So we have a higher probability, I think, of a better trade to the upside because we're down here and we are down here as well. You can turn on the VWAP, your Bollinger Band, do your trend lines, your patterns, and get your levels in between the MACD. The bots also, you could turn those on to see if they agree with what you are thinking. If you think we are headed for a little bit of a bounce, which I think we are off of this. Yes, we could go up, hit this level. On the way up, this is resistance, resistance, and another level of resistance, and a potential take profit area as well. All right, that is a look at AMD, Ford, and I want to take a look at SQQQ really quickly. This popped today because the market went down. So tomorrow, on Friday, I will anticipate a sell-off as people take their profits and they run, they lock in, and they leave. And if you look at the RSI, it's already starting to crack. We are overextended, overbought, due for a correction on the RSI, in my opinion. Now, to the north side, where, well, first we ended at 1112, up 4.71%. The day's low, 1028, 1114 for the high. I am in this trade. All right. At 4 standard deviations, we are at 1132. If we hit this, I definitely will anticipate a sell-off. People will lock in and they will leave. And then as we start to fall, that turns into support, support, support. On the way down, the lines turn into support. So 1095, 1057, 1119, and 1001, and at -4 standard deviations where I will definitely anticipate a bounce off of that, 982. All right, that's a look at AMD, Ford, and SQQQs. Have a great trading day.